Hello everyone. Today I am again from Radiance, Dr. Shelly Saxena with my physics lectures for NDA, Air Force and Navy aspirants. Today my topic is measurement and dimensions. What is measurement? Measurement means to measure something, but we have to measure some quantities. These quantities are known as physical quantities. What are physical quantities? The quantities which can be measured directly or indirectly, and by means of which we can describe the laws of physics, are called physical quantities. For example, these quantities are length, mass, and volume, area, etc. There are two types of physical quantities. First one is fundamental quantities and second one is derived quantities. The basic difference between these two quantities is that fundamental quantities are those quantities which do not depend upon other quantities for their complete definitions. They are just independent from other quantities. These quantities are known as fundamental quantities. There are 7 fundamental quantities in physics or in world. Length, these are length, mass, time, electric current, temperature, luminous intensity and amount of substance. Then what are derived quantities? Derived quantities are those quantities which can be expressed in terms of these 7 fundamental quantities, and these are known as derived quantities. For example, speed, volume, acceleration, force, etc. are derived quantities which are derived from the fundamental quantities. For example, we can define speed as distance upon time. That means length upon time. In speed, we use two fundamental quantities. First one is length and another one is time. Similarly, in acceleration, we use velocity upon time. Velocity means meter per second, and time, that means unit of acceleration is meter per second square. So this acceleration is also depends upon length and as well as time. And now there are various units. In units we define physical quantity is a small quantity or it is a big quantity. For this we can use unit so that we can define the quantity is big, small, or we can compare these two quantities. So measurement is a process of determining how large or small a physical quantity is as compared to a reference standard, as compared to the reference standard. This reference standard is called the unit of the particular physical quantity. That means units again is of two types, as well as physical quantities. First one is fundamental units and second one is derived units. As we defined earlier in physical quantities, fundamental units are the units of fundamental quantities. These units are known as fundamental units or base units. Fundamental units of some physical quantities are as follows. We know that there are 7 fundamental quantities, and the units of these quantities are, that means if quantity is length, then the unit is meter. If quantity is mass, then the unit is kilogram. If quantity is time, then the unit is seconds. If fundamental quantity is electric current, then the fundamental unit of electric current is ampere. If fundamental quantity is temperature, then the unit of this fundamental quantity is Kelvin. And for the luminous intensity, unit is candela. And last but not the least, amount of substance is the physical quantity, then mole is the name of the unit. As well as there are derived units also. Derived units are the units for the derived quantities. For example, first one is speed. speed is equal to distance upon time. Unit of speed, what is the unit of speed? Unit of speed is the unit of distance upon unit of time. As we know that unit of distance is meter and unit of time is second, so the unit of speed is meter per second. Similarly, we can also define the unit of area. What is unit of area? Unit of area is equal to unit of length into unit of breadth. That means meter into meter. So the unit of area is equal to meter square. Similarly, we can calculate the unit of density. As we know, what is density? Density is equal to mass upon volume. So unit of density is equal to unit of mass upon unit of volume. And as we know that unit of mass is kilogram and unit of volume is meter cube. So the unit of density is kilogram per meter cube. Next is system of units. We have various units, but we have some system in which we can define these units. So there are three systems of units. A complete set of units which is used to measure all kind of fundamental as well as derived quantities is called a system of units. In one system we can calculate all the fundamental as well as derived quantities. A compact form of this is known as system of units. There are various system of units in the world commonly used. First one is CGS system. CGS system means centimeter, gram, second. For length, in CGS system for length we use centimeter. For mass we use gram, and for time we use seconds respectively. Similarly, second system is FPS system. This system is commonly used in London or in Britain. It is a British engineering system which uses foot. F means foot, P means pound, and S means seconds. The foot is used for the length, pound is used for the weight, for the mass, and second is used for the time. Third system of unit is MKS system, meter, kilogram, second. In this system, for length we use meter, for mass we use kilogram, and for time we use seconds. So similarity of these three systems is that for time in every system, whether it is FPS, MKS or CGS, second is the unit of time. And now what is the latest system which is used universally all over the world? And that system is known as International System of Units. That is in abbreviation it is known as SI. International System of Unit. This system contains 7 fundamental units: length, mass, time, electric current, temperature, luminous intensities, and amount of substance. The respective units for these are: unit of length is meter, unit of mass is kilogram, unit of time is second, unit of electric current is amperes, unit of temperature is Kelvin, unit of luminous intensity is candela, and unit of amount of substance is mole. This system contains 2 supplementary units also, and that 2 supplementary units are angle and solid angle. The unit of angle is radians and unit of solid angle is steradians. So in all over the world today we use International System of Unit. This is the universally accepted system of units. There are various units which are used for measuring small distances. That means 1 meter is equal to 100 centimeter. In 1 meter there are 100 centimeters, or in 1 meter there are 1000 millimeters. In 1 meter there are 10 raised to the power 6 microns. In 1 meter there are 10 raised to the power 9 nanometers, or in reversely we can say in 1 nanometer is equal to 10 raised to the power minus 9 meter. 1 meter is equal to 10 की power 10 angstrom. or 1 angstrom is equal to 10 raised to the power minus 10 meter. Similarly, 1 meter is equal to 10 raised to the power 15 Fermi, or we can say inversely as well as 1 Fermi is equal to 10 raised to the power minus 15 meter. As we used units for measuring small distances, we use units for measuring large distances also. That means 1 light year. 1 light year is the distance light travels in 1 year, and that is equal to 9.46 into 10 raised to the power 15 meter. Similarly, we have another big unit, 1 parsec, which is equal to 3.08 into 10 raised to the power 16 meter. And another large unit for measuring large distances is 1 astronomical unit. 1 AU is equal to 1.496 into 10 raised to the power 11 meter. Our next topic for today is dimensions. Dimensions for what? Dimensions of physical quantity. Dimensions of a physical quantity are the powers to which the fundamental quantities are raised to represent the unit of that physical quantity. That means, for example, we can consider the dimension of volume. As we know that volume is equal to length into width into breadth. The unit of length is meter, width is meter, and the breadth is also meter. So we have length cube. If we consider the dimension of volume, then we can say that the dimension of volume is 3 in length. I think it is self-explanatory. So if we want to write the expression of a physical quantity, volume, in terms of its dimension, then it is called dimensional formula. Now, if we want to write the dimensional formula for volume then that is m0. m0 means mass is 0 in volume, length 3, L3, T0, time is 0. So that overall dimensional formula for volume is m to the power 0, L to the power 3, and T to the power 0. Is it clear to everybody? I think it should be clear to you. Now we consider dimensions of fundamental quantities. We have, as we know that we have 7 fundamental quantities. First one is length, and the dimension for length is L. Dimension for mass is capital M. Dimension for time is capital T. Dimension for electric current is capital A. Dimension for thermodynamic temperature is capital K. Unit is Kelvin. Dimension of luminous intensity is CD. Unit is candela. Dimension of amount of substance is mole, MOL, and unit is again mole. Now here we have one chart. In this we have dimensional formula and SI unit of some commonly known physical quantities. And these physical quantities are, first one is velocity. As we consider, velocity is equal to displacement upon time. It is a vector quantity, as we know previously. For displacement, as we know that displacement is length. So in numerator we have dimensional formula L, and in denominator we have T. So overall dimensional formula for velocity is m0 because mass is 0, L1 because L is 1 in numerator, and T minus 1 because T is 1 in the denominator. So overall formula is m naught L1 T minus 1 for velocity, and unit of velocity is meter per second. And the second one is acceleration. As we know, acceleration is equal to velocity upon time, and dimensional formula for velocity is as above is LT minus 1, and dimensional formula for time is T in the denominator. So overall formula for acceleration is m0 L1 T minus 2. Is it clear to everybody? And the unit is meter per second square. Similarly, our next physical quantity is force. F is denoted by force. F is equal to ma, mass into acceleration. For mass we put m, capital M, as dimensional formula, and for acceleration, as we know from the above second point, for acceleration it is Lt minus 2. So overall formula for the force is m1 L1 t minus 2. Is it clear to everybody? And the unit is, simple unit is Newton, and the again derived unit is kilogram meter per second square. Next one is work. W is equal to F dot as force into displacement. As we know, the unit of force is kilogram meter per second square, and we have to multiply this by 1 again meter for S. So the unit comes out to be kilogram meter square per second square. And dimensional formula for force is as above m1 L1 t minus 2, and for distance S is L. So overall formula is m1 L2 t minus 2, m1 L2 t minus 2. Now again we can consider kinetic energy. Kinetic energy is half mv square. Half mv square. Dimensional formula for m is capital M, v square is for meter per second square, or length per second. So Lt minus 1 for velocity and m for mass, and square of velocity means L square t minus 2. So overall dimensional formula for kinetic energy is m1 L2 t minus 2, and the unit, SI unit for this is joule. Similarly, we can also calculate the dimensional formula for potential energy. Potential energy comes out to be mgh, where m, dimensional formula for m comes out to be m. Here g is gravitational acceleration and for dimensional formula for acceleration is meter per second square. That means Lt minus 2, and dimensional formula for h is L. So overall formula for dimensional formula for potential energy comes out to be m1 L2 t minus 2. Same as dimensional formula for kinetic energy as well as for work, and the unit is again same as work and kinetic energy. Unit is joule. And the next one is torque. Torque is F dot R, F cross R. F means force, R means distance. Force, the dimensional formula for force is m1 L1 t minus 2, and for distance is L. So overall formula for this is m1 L2 t minus 2, and the unit comes out to be for force Newton, and for R meter. So unit comes out to be Newton meter. And the next one is power. What is power? Power is equal to work upon time, rate of doing work. Work comes out to be m1 L2 t minus 2 as above, and in denominator we have one more t. So the dimensional formula for power comes out to be m1 L2 t minus 3. Again dimensional formula for power comes out to be m1 L2 t minus 3, and the unit for power is kilogram meter square per second square. Kilogram meter square per second square, or in one word it is known as watt, W-A-T-T watt. Our next physical quantity is momentum, and as we know, momentum is equal to mv, mass into velocity. For dimensional formula for mass is m, and for velocity is Lt minus 1. Combinedly, the dimensional formula for momentum comes out to be m1 L1 t minus 1, and the unit comes out to be kilogram meter per second. Similarly, we have impulse. Impulse is, what is impulse? Impulse is the product of force into short time, F dot delta t. Unit of dimensional formula for F is m1 L1 t minus 2, and dimensional formula for time is t. So overall formula for the impulse comes out to be m1 L1 t minus 1. and the unit is Newton second. Very interesting. 11th one is the very interesting, and that is dimensional formula for physical quantity angle. As we know, angle is equal to arc upon radius. What is angle? Angle is equal to arc upon radius. Arc is length. Dimensional formula for arc is length, and dimensional formula for radius is again length. That means dimensional formula for angle is m0, l0 and t0, and its unit is radian. Very interesting. And next one is frequency. Frequency is equal to 1 upon t, that means 1 upon time period. So dimensional formula for frequency is m0, l0, t minus 1, and its unit is hertz. And the 12th one is strain. What is strain? Strain is longitudinal strain is delta L by L, and volumetric strain is delta V by V. In numerator we have a length, and denominator again we have length. That means the dimensional formula for strain is always m0, l0 and t0. That means it is dimensionless. Strain is always dimensionless. That means it has no unit. Next, theory part is complete. Now the part of numerical problems starts. First numerical problem is the dimensions of angular velocity is. The dimensions of angular velocity is. In solution, we see angular velocity is equal to angle upon time. And as we know, unit of angle is nothing and unit of time is t. So dimensional formula comes out to be m0 l0 t minus 1. m0 l0 t minus 1. So the correct answer from the 4 choices comes out to be B, m0 l0 t minus 1. That is the dimensions of angular velocity. Now the second problem is, what is the dimensions of momentum? Now again we go for the solution. Momentum is equal to mass into velocity, and dimensional formula for mass is capital M, and dimensional formula for velocity is m0 l1 t minus 1. L1 t minus 1. Combinedly, dimensional formula for momentum comes out to be m1 l1 t minus 1. m1 l1 t minus 1. So when we go for the choices, the correct answer comes out to be A, which is m1 l1 t minus 1. Now we go for the problem number 3. What is the dimensions of light year? What is the dimensions of light year? As we know that the light year is the unit of length to measure the distance. Light year is used to measure the distance. So the correct dimensions of light year is L, because L denotes the length, distance. So the answer for the dimensions of light year is L, and that is our choice number B. And now the problem number 4, 1 degree is equivalent to. That is a very interesting problem, very common problem, very general problem. 1 degree is equivalent to, in terms of radian, pi upon 180 radians. Pi upon 180 radians. Now our problem number 5. Which of the following pairs do not have same dimensions? Which of the following pairs do not have same dimensions? First one is angular momentum and Planck's constant. As we know that angular momentum mvr is equal to nh by 2 pi. mvr is equal to nh by 2 pi. The angular momentum is equal to Planck's constant, because h is the Planck's constant. Unit of angular momentum, Planck's constant are same dimensions. Unit, not unit, dimensions. Dimensions of angular momentum, Planck's constant are same. Second one is work and torque. W is equal to F dot S and torque is equal to F cross S. The dimensions of work and torque are also same. Dimensions of impulse and momentum. Dimensions of impulse of momentum are again same. But if we consider moment of inertia and torque, the dimensions of both are different because moment of inertia is mr square. That means dimensions of moment of inertia is L1 m naught L2 T0 m naught m1 moment of inertia is mr square. That means the dimensional formula for moment of inertia is m1 L2 T0, and the dimension of torque is again equal to the work, that is different from moment of inertia. So the correct answer, the pair which do not have the same dimensions are B, moment of inertia and torque. Our next problem, which is problem number 6, is which of the following statement is wrong? First statement is unit of kinetic energy is Newton meter. Unit of kinetic energy is Newton meter, and that is correct because unit of kinetic energy, unit of potential energy and unit of work are same. All three are same, and unit is joule and work is joule. W is equal to F dot as Newton meter. So unit of kinetic energy is Newton meter. Units of viscosity is Poisson, that is correct. Work and energy and safe dimensions, that is perfectly okay. Work, kinetic energy and potential energy have same dimensions. And the fourth one is unit of surface tension is Newton meter. That is not true because Newton meter is a unit of work and energy and not the unit of surface tension. So the correct answer is unit of surface tension is Newton meter is the wrong statement because surface tension is equal to force upon length, and the unit comes out to be Newton per meter, not Newton meter. So our fourth option is a wrong statement. Our next problem, seventh problem, is if the energy E of a photon is equal to h nu, where nu is the frequency and h is Planck's constant, then the dimensions of Planck's constant is, so we go for the solution. E is equal to h nu, h is equal to E by nu. E is the energy which has the unit of work, m1 L2 T minus 2, m1 L2 T minus 2, and nu is the frequency which is the unit of which has the unit of time inverse, that means m naught L naught T minus 1. If we combine these two dimensional formula, we get m1 L2 T minus 1, m1 L2 T minus 1. So the correct answer is C. The dimensions of Planck's constant is m1 L2 T minus 1. And the next one is which of the following pair does not have same dimensions? First one is pressure and stress, both have the same dimensions. Second one is work and pressure energy. Work and energy have always the same dimensions, whether it is kinetic energy, potential energy or any form of energy. So work and energy have the same dimensions. Fourth one is angular momentum, Planck's constant. Dimensions of these two are same because angular momentum is equal to nh by 2 pi. That means dimensions of angular momentum are equal to the dimensions of Planck's constant. Third one is torque and linear momentum. Their dimensions are different. So the correct answer is the choice number third, torque and linear momentum. Now problem number 9. Pressure has dimensions. Pressure has dimensions m1 L minus 1 T minus 2. The answer C is the correct one. Now the problem number 10. In SI unit, the unit of thermodynamic temperature is, as we study in our theory part that the unit of thermodynamic temperature is Kelvin. So the correct answer is C, Kelvin. That's all for today for measurement and dimensions. Next time we come up with our new topic, new excitement and new learning. Goodbye till then. Goodbye. Thank you everyone.